Welcome to SG's School of Cricket. Today we have co-owner Mr. Paras Anand with us. Sir, we often get confused for the beginners if a father or mother guiding their son or daughter to a store, SG store, how to pick the right balance when it comes to for beginners.
See, what happens is there is a myth where people start talking about bat weights,
Hmm.
where they say that you have to use a particular weight. But more than the weight, the more important thing is the balance. And also, what happens is you have kids, who start the sport. They would be 10 years old, 8 years old, or you see younger kids also going now to the academies. So what you see is there is this thing that they are told by whosoever, maybe a friend or a coach or whosoever, saying that this is the weight. Say they talk about 2.6, 2.5, 2.3, whatever the weight is. So more than the weight, what is important is the balance of the bat,
Okay.
because many times what you see is a bat would weigh say 1120 grams, but it won't feel the right pickup for you.
Yeah.
So the most important thing is that you have to, when you select a bat, you just take a stance and see whether you're comfortable. Does the bat, when you hold the bat like this,
Hmm.
is it falling down? If it is falling down, that means it's not well balanced. So
Okay.
what you have to look for is a balance. And yes, weight makes a big difference, but more than the weight, it also depends upon the strength of an individual. So if there is a kid who's 10 years old, you would find kids who are really tall. They'll
Yes.
be like
Yes.
5'5", five
Yeah.
six.
Yeah.
Then you have shorter kids, but you could have a kid who's stronger. So it varies. So
Okay.
it's the most important thing is you take a stance, and then you just see that whether you're comfortable. As a beginner, you're not playing anybody who's going to bowl at say 120 kilometers.
Hmm.
You're just
Hmm.
playing against slow pace bowling. So as long as you're comfortable, you feel that it's not putting stress on your back, on your shoulders, on your forearms, and you can play that
But
ball.
is the kid sort of grown enough to understand what is good for him? I mean, you need to educate the parents for it. I mean, uh, there is no specific number attached to what sort of weight should be there for a beginner.
Mhm.
But you must be having a ballpark sort of a weight in mind
Hmm.
uh, for a starter, like someone who's as old as 20, 10 year old. So what sort of bat would you recommend?
See, the size would obviously vary for a 10-year-old. So it could be depending upon the height of the kid. It could be a size 3 or a size 4, depending upon how tall the kid is. And the ideal weight for a 10-year-old who's a beginner would be, say, 1050 grams. So that's the ballpark that you have to stay around.
Mhm.
But you should not be fixed on the weight of the bat.
Yeah.
So having said that, if it's a light bat, and the kid feels, you can actually, there's no rocket science here. It's just about, you're lifting it, and if somebody throws a ball, all you have to do is just connect with the ball.
Yeah.
So if he's connecting easily,
Mm.
if you see that the kid is connecting with the bat, connecting the ball easily, and he's not feeling the stress, I think that's the weight for the kid to go for.
Absolutely. You got that from the maker of the best bats in the world, that how to pick a bat when you're starting young, especially for the beginners. Keep watching SG School of Cricket.